Hello everyone, good morning. Dan the Glassman here. You're watching the Glassman's World. So I just wanted to give you guys a quick update on our tomato plant. So we had a tomato plant that was growing in this system here, and that was the one that started indoor in the aquarium system. And then we, on the last video, we transplanted it into the 2 liter system here with this. Before we had it all set up to where basically this was its own dome and the plant was in there and it was its own little greenhouse. And so then we flipped it, we put the soil in there, had it wicking water up. We'll be able to use that system again and put another plant in there. Got a rosemary here. We don't really have too many plants this year, guys. I've been so busy with life and other things that I really haven't planted much at all. But we have this amazing, beautiful mullein plant. I don't know if you guys know about Nature's toilet paper here. This stuff is really good for, you can use it to smoke, and it's an expectorant to help with removing things from your lungs and stuff. So we have this beautiful mullein just started flowering recently. And our son calls it popcorn. He's all, look at the popcorn. He calls it popcorn. It's so cool. So that's our popcorn plant, apparently. And we got this here, which I guess is, I don't remember what it is, but it's poisonous for animals and stuff. So that's outside. But this is the tomato. We now have it in a 5-gallon bucket self-watering system. This is a very old bucket, as you can see. This thing is brittle and just breaking off. So it's still holding the soil. If I don't try to pick it up or move it, it won't break apart. But these systems, as you can see, this plastic gets brittle out in the sun, and after about, I don't know how many years it's been. I've had these buckets since Camp 2 Dogs, so that was probably about 2015. So I don't know, at least 5 to 8 years that these will last really good, and then you'll just have to replace them. So I'd say about 5 to 8 years, you would definitely have to be replacing. Uh, oh gosh, look at this big old critter that just came up from the brick. So yeah, we got these guys that come around from time to time, and the other little German German little roaches. But this is a 5-gallon system, and the way it works, it's got 2 buckets, one inside the other. When you have one bucket system on top of the other, you have that much space on the bottom. So now we can fill this area up, that much area, the same amount that's on the lid right here is on the bottom of the bucket. So we can fill this up to here with water, and that's why we have this watering hole here. So then we fill that up with water, and there probably is a hole on the side somewhere which will allow the water to just pour right out. And that's all I do. I just fill it up with water and just let it be. I put this cage around it to hold it up. It's not a regular tomato cage. It's just a simple, some chicken wire there. So we have a couple other systems in the back that have nothing in there. This is our planter that we normally plant corn in, and we just planted corn the other day. I know it's late. It's already June. We should have planted in May. We did have some freezes though, and I was watching the weather, and the weather has been kind of weird lately. So we let that just do its thing. And waited until it was really warm. So hopefully the corn will pop up here in a few days, and we'll give you guys an update on the corn, and then we'll just continue updating you on this tomato plant. I think it's going to do really well. You can see that it's already turned its leaves out this way towards the sun, and yeah, it's going to definitely just take off now that it's in a lot more soil here. And we'll have to amend the soil. We'll put some sort of like a compost or something on top there to just make sure that it gets more nutrients back into the soil. I didn't turn it no, kind of gardening here inside of a bucket. So we'll see. I've also heard that you can actually do this, no-till gardening and just basically leave the root balls in the buckets. There's people who are doing this with cannabis these days, and they just leave the root ball in and let that root ball just break down and go back into the earth, and just they're just doing a natural process. And so I'm thinking, hey, let's see how that works. Let's just leave the root balls in. Let's regrow right in the same soil and everything, but that way we keep going throughout the years. Um, and probably one thing that we can do is just get like, compost material. This is like just sage. We just get compost material. We can just put it right on top and let it break down as well. But I just wanted to give you a real quick update on the tomato plant, how the 5 gallon systems work. Basically, the water is down on the bottom. There are wicks, like the container that I just showed you earlier. There are wicks underneath here that's going to pull the water up into the soil. So the soil is floating up above here in this top bucket, and the bottom bucket is just the water reservoir. So these are really awesome systems. You can basically fill them and then just go away for like a month and not worry about watering your plants. Seriously, for about a month. I'm not even joking. And then you come back and your plants will be fine. So you can go on vacation with these self-watering systems. They're called Dutch buckets, um, or self-watering systems, wicking planters, wicking systems, whatever you want to call them. There's another plant back here. Forgot I think it's a rutabaga. I think it's a rutabaga. But this is a beautiful plant here. And this actually, what's funny about the mullein is I actually had this, I don't know if you can even see this plant that's in there anymore. So it had this, I don't know what you call that plant. It's sharp and pointy on the ends, um, kind of like a yucca, but not a yucca. That was in the pot, and this mullein has just taken over the pot. You can't even see the pot anymore. Sharing the same pot there. Nope, sorry about that. I don't know if you guys know about this, but this is the mullein. It's super soft. You can use this for nature's toilet paper. It's an expectorant, so you can use this for smoking. You can dry out the leaves and smoke, and to clear out your lungs. Also, you can drink this for a tea. It's really good for you as well. But yeah, just wanted to share a little bit with you guys, and we're gonna let this tomato plant grow up and see what happens. All right, I'm gonna let y'all go. I'm gonna keep this short and sweet. Love and blessings. Thanks for watching. Be sure to like and subscribe to the Glassman's World. All right, I'll be back with more